Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. This one's going to be doing another character evolution video for today. This one is going to be talking about a very classic Walking Dead villain and character, which is the Governor from The Walking Dead. Okay guys, just going to be doing another video for today. This one's going to be doing another video for The Walking Dead. This one's going to be doing another character evolution video. This one is going to be talking about the Governor from The Walking Dead. So, really awesome suggestion. I was actually very blown away that this one won the poll, and not Beth. Very happy to see that. Very happy, and honestly, the Governor is such a great, Walking Dead villain. And you guys know my opinion. I think he is probably the best villain Walking Dead has seen. So definitely, I was very happy to get this suggestion. Now, the Governor was introduced in Season 3, Episode 3, and unfortunately killed off in Season 4, Episode 8. Now, even though that sounds like a short amount of time, I'm going to be honest, I thought he would not even last that long. I'm going to be honest. I thought, and I'm sure we could all attest to this, I'm sure a lot of us all thought that he would be killed in the Season 3 finale, and he wasn't. He, his storyline went on, and, they gave him another completely new storyline in Season 4 with a new group and, all that kind of stuff, but he has had a crazy evolution and journey. But one thing that never changes throughout the evolution is that he's evil. He's always evil from the moment we meet him to the moment that sword goes through him, he is always evil. That is, something that never changes. But the amount of evil, that is always, cranked up, I feel like, to an all-time high every time. So basically, in Season 3, Episode 3, he kind of takes Michonne in, and he takes Andrea in, and, he kind of makes it seem like, oh, like, you can stay here, and hey, if you want to go, like, we'll give you a car, and we'll give you a bunch of supplies and all that stuff. And it's kind of like, playing the nice guy, like, hey, tell me where your military friends are, I'll bring them here. And then you kind of get the twist at the end of the episode is that they murder the military men. They take their supplies. Then the Governor gives a speech to his people and acts like, the biters got there before we did and make like a sob story and stuff. And then to top it all off, he sits in a freaking room with a bunch of zombie heads and friggin' like fish tanks. That's when you know the guy is absolutely crazy. And from then on, you just always know it, Now, basically, the rest of the season, of course, Michonne acts out of emotion, and she kind of, doesn't trust the Governor, and she makes it well known. And Michonne leaves, but Andrea doesn't. And then the Governor kind of swoops in and starts, being in a bit of a relationship with Andrea, which I thought was a bit weird in the TV show, but definitely for the Governor's character, I don't think it's out of character for the Governor to do that, so I don't flaw the character at all, but basically, Merle captures Glenn and Maggie, and of course, you've got that scene with Governor and Maggie where he's trying to get the information out of her. He almost, well, I'm not going to say it, but y'all know what he was about to do, and honestly, it was some messed up stuff there. But see, this is what I'm saying, though. This is the type of villain that I think is really crazy, because the Governor really doesn't, hold back or anything like that. That's the one thing. The Governor doesn't hold back. He will do whatever he needs to do to get the information he wants, and, he will do evil things when he's bored. That's another thing we've kind of found out. So, I think he's a very interesting character around this time. And anyway, we get Rick and them to try to get Maggie and Glenn back, and of course they succeed. But, he kind of refers to it as, there's some terrorists and stuff like that. And essentially Woodbury versus, the prison group in the mid-season finale. And unfortunately, the Governor loses his daughter, zombie daughter, through the fight with Michonne. But Michonne tries to kind of, kill the Governor, and of course she, cuts one of his eyes out. But that is basically where it ends. And of course, you've got her, Andrea, she's pointing the sword, Andrea's pointing the gun, and you got the Governor on the ground. And I remember that's when Andrew kind of finds out what kind of a monster he is, and that's when he's angry at Merle, because he sent Merle on that mission to kill Michonne, and he said he did. And then the Governor was attacked, and then, of course, you got the arena fight. Now, man, obviously this is a big, scene, because we get the reunion between the brothers, but you got the Governor just standing there like, what should we do with them, huh? kill him, kill him, kill him. And he's like, what? Is that what you want? You know, it's like, oh my God, man. Bunch of psychos in this town. So anyway, of course, they're fighting. We've got that fight that kind of ensues. Rick and Maggie come in and kind of rescue them. And you've got basically the rest of the, the fight. But that just declares war at that point, right? And basically, the governor retaliates instantly. He instantly retaliates where basically he kills Axel and he completely shocks everybody by one of his men driving a truck through the prison, letting out all these walkers, filling the air with a bunch of walkers. And the governor, he's just such a maniac that he's just sitting there with this machine gun, gunning everything down, trying to, basically, kill everybody in the prison. And there's one scene with the governor in season 3, episode 10, Home, when he attacks. It's such a small scene, but for some reason, I love it. I don't know why. It's the scene when, you got the governor that's, like, firing and he's, like, trying to kill everybody, right? And everything just calms down. Like, the battle just stops for a second. And the governor's like, nah, this is, like, in his mind, he's like, nah, this is too peaceful. And he shoots a couple more shots in the air. I'm just like, oh, my God. I don't know, something about it. Because it's like shooty, shooty, bang, bang, like all this and that all the time. You got Axel that's down on the ground. Everybody's taking cover. They're all shooting back and forth. And then it just stops. It's just silent for a second. And then the governor's just like, something about it. I don't know what it is. It makes me laugh so hard, man, honestly. So, the governor, he can't even take a couple seconds of peace and quiet. The battle must go on, and they just continue. And another scene that made me laugh, oddly, season 3, episode 10 has some funny scenes, like with Merle and Daryl and a lot of that stuff. But another scene that made me laugh, I don't know if you guys remember this, when the governor was driving out of the prison after killing Axel and after the walkers, flood into the yard, the governor and them, obviously they drive out in their truck, and Glenn's on his way back to the prison. So you've got the governor and Glenn that, like, literally drive past each other. I don't know if you guys remember that. They literally just drive past each other, and Glenn's face is like, what? He's like, was that the governor? Like, what the hell? So, I don't know. So, there's some funny things in that episode. I'm gonna be honest. It is a funny, weirdly funny battle with some great action sequences. I'll be honest about that. So, I love it. But anyway, so basically we've got Andrea that goes to the prison, and of course the governor's kind of like, well, Andrea, you go to that prison, stay there, and you've got Andrea that kind of wants Rick and the governor to come to terms. Of course, they don't. They talk things through. They drink, some whiskey and stuff, and I brought whiskey, right? So, even still, they can't come to terms, and that's the one thing we kind of figure out. But I'm going to tell you one thing right now. Rick and the governor would never be able to come to terms, and that's what we find out in that scene, But instantly, they kind of make a deal. They're like, bring Michonne to the trade, maybe I'll think about it. And, of course, Andrea tries to warn Rick, and unfortunately, the governor does track her down after a bit of a long chase throughout, Prey, episode 14, and he captures Andrea. Now, obviously, we get to see the next day when the trade's about to happen, Merle lets Michonne go, and he goes there to try to kill a bunch of the governor's men, and actually succeeds. According to the governor, 8 of his men died, and then he kills Merle as a result, which was just... oh, man. What a crazy freaking scene. But basically, in the season 3 finale, the governor is pissed. After Merle showed up and after everything, after he handled all that, he's like, remember, they killed 8 men back there. They're not going to stop until they kill us all, Everything we worked so hard for, we're going to end this once and for all, And then you just got Tyrese, we're not going to be part of this. It's like, oh, my God. Man, you suck compared to your comic role, man. So, anyway, this is what I'm talking about with Tyrese, right? I know we're supposed to be talking about the governor, but this is the crap I'm talking about, man. It's ridiculous. But anyway, so essentially after that, we get to see the governor completely lose it after, basically the governor, I almost look at it in the season 3 finale as he's a sore loser that lost the fight and now he's taking it out on his people. And he kills Alan, which was one I could agree with, but he kills his entire group and just loses his darn mind. So obviously, after that, Martinez just completely, bails on him, which makes sense. But I'm just going to say, Season 3 Evolution, fantastic. Fantastic villain. Not a single moment that fell off for me. Everything was on point with the governor in Season 3. I'm going to be honest. Everything was exactly what it needed to be. So for that, I don't think there's anything wrong with this evolution. He is an amazing character in Season 3. Now, in Season 4, he, of course, gets a new family. We get to see, the introduction of Tara and, of course, the rest of the family. And I say Tara because she's the one that survives the longest, of course. But obviously, he doesn't like it because, we got Martinez that's in charge of his own group. And the governor just... he doesn't like that. You know, he doesn't like that at all. And essentially, he kills him, takes over the group, gets that stupid idiot Mitch or whatever to join him, and they basically attack the prison by taking hostages, which are Herschel and Michonne. And of course, he does kill Herschel, which was just the moment to me that when he just crossed the line, you know? And that is essentially, as he's about to beat Rick to death, Michonne finally gets revenge on the governor and finally puts the man down in a just fantastic, almost cinematic, you know, way. And I absolutely loved it. So, Season 3, fantastic. Season 4, also great follow-up because you do something different from the comics, but also stay true to the comics with Too Far Gone, and you kind of remix things, and he's the same evil self as he was back in the season before. So, I'm going to say this. I don't think the governor has anything wrong with him. I'm going to be honest. Like, I know people say that he gunned down his people in the Season 3 finale and they don't like it. And maybe you could say that's his most flawed moment. But even that is a villain move, if you ask me personally. Like, honestly, killing all these people because he is that nuts, it just shows, like, how out there he is, honestly. So, I'm not even going to flaw that. I'm going to be honest. I'm not even going to flaw that. So, the governor, I'm going to say, is actually one of the few Walking Dead characters, I'm going to say, that does not, in my opinion, have anything wrong with him. He doesn't. In my opinion, he doesn't have anything wrong with him. He's a great villain. He was a psycho. He was awesome. David Morse freaking killed it. And, yeah, that is my thoughts on the governor. So, let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about the governor's character? And as a villain, as a character, let me know. And, of course, write your comments in the comment section below. And, of course, guys, if you're new here, click the subscribe button so you don't miss some of my videos of The Walking Dead. Follow Dan's Marketing Views on Instagram, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another Walking Dead video. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Anybody out there?